It's the country's #1 RVing radio show, sponsored by RVTravel.com, with your host, Alan Warren, the RV Wingman.
And welcome to the most listened to and talked about show on the radio and in social media in the entire country. When it comes to RVing and the RV lifestyle, this is the only show to tell you the good, the sometimes not so good, and occasionally the downright ugly parts about RVing. I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reporting for duty. Thank you for being with us. I want to visit with you for a few minutes about responsibility and honesty, specifically about me being honest and our responsibilities as RV owners. I got to tell you, I am blown away. I'm blown away at the fighting going on, not between Republicans and Democrats. I'm talking about the fighting and arguing that goes on with RVers when so many people get upset and they take it out on the manufacturers. So many people make these blanket statements that are just not true, but they make those statements online with exclamation points and big old capital letters and long, wordy stories about how they were wronged and that all RV manufacturers make is junk. Now, I am 100% positive that some of those stories are true, but not all of them. There's no way. When I don't read a single comment, not one from somebody says that they are the boob, they're the idiot for not doing their homework, for not listening, for not thinking before signing a 15 or a 20-year loan, when not a single person accepts any responsibility, blames it all on somebody else, I say this with all due respect, that you do have some level of responsibility as an RV buyer, as an RV owner, you do. If some salesman rolls you, you wake up, I don't know, with a RV hangover where you're buried in a financial pit and the dealer can't get to your RV, can't out of the shop for months at a time, and you didn't know this, any of it, before you made your purchase, that is not the manufacturer's fault. I call it playing the victim. Playing the victim's where one party gets all the blame. The other party is completely innocent. There was nothing that could have been done to prevent them being a victim. You, me, us. We have more power than you may realize. Collectively, we represent and support, well, in finance, billion-dollar companies when we purchase RVs, and that's a fact. Another fact is that I believe the RV industry, with its Go RVing campaign and beautiful ads, has sort of misrepresented the RV lifestyle. Maybe not intentionally, but they have misrepresented RVing. Now, the ads, don't they seem to give off the feeling that RVing is easy, that once you hitch up, that happy times are just ahead. They don't tell you that being a happy RVer requires, well, more than just a financial investment. And they make it seem so easy. If you get rolled by a sleazy dealer and put into a financial grave when there was information available that could have saved you, but you ignored it, how can that be the RV manufacturer's fault? Not 100% of every single story that I read on social media about a horrible manufacturer can be true, and that all these people were helpless victims. It just can't be. As I think about it a lot. I don't believe that the biggest part of the problem is with the manufacturers. I think it's with the bad RV dealers. When you spend a lot of money on a new RV and it ends up having to be in the shop for months and months and months at a time for repairs that seem to be relatively minor, I can certainly understand people being upset. My hope is that you will understand that you have responsibilities as an RVer and as an RV buyer. What I'm trying to understand is, where's the disconnect? I mean, when I say that you have responsibilities as an RV buyer, as an RV owner, you go, yeah, I know that. Then when your RV has some kind of issues and requires work, you act like, well, I didn't realize this was going to happen to me. I don't get it. Again, I say this with all due respect, but I honestly don't understand why every disgruntled RVer's post that I read claims no responsibility for getting into the position that they're in. And nearly all those online rants are about some awful manufacturer, and very few of the rants that I'm reading are about the actual dealer and how the dealer put it to them. Again, in my view, bad dealers are way more the reason for angry RVers than bad RV manufacturers. Now, if I'm that off base, please let me hear from you. Tell me the social media pages where RVers accept what I call the harpoon of truth for their bad decisions. For anybody that thinks that I'm drinking the Kool-Aid from the manufacturers, I assure you I am not. But a lot of the blame that's aimed at the manufacturers should be aimed at the bad dealer. Are there victims? Of course there are. Do the dealers have an advantage over you, over the consumer? Of course they do. They know the fine print. Most consumers don't. That's why you must not sign on the bottom line unless you are prepared for the what-ifs that may be heading your way once you sign on the bottom line. Once you do, you'll notice that the dynamic is going to change from you having some power to you having no power. Kind of reminds me of the story when I went to Vegas a long time ago. I've been there maybe 20 times, never walked away with any money. This trip, I was killing it. I sat down at the blackjack table, and I'm in like in a movie. It was unbelievable. And I was several $1,000s up, and I could do no wrong. This beautiful woman comes over and introduces herself, and she's the floor manager. She wanted to know the hotel we were staying in, and we told them, and she said, well, we're going to send a limo to get your stuff. We want to put you up, and everything's on us, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, this is just like in the movies. Bottomless champagne, much food as you want. And, man, we lived it up big. We did. Till the casino won back all the money that I had won. And then some. Then that good-looking lady didn't even know who I was. It can be like that when you buy an RV from the wrong dealer. 1 minute, they love you. The next minute, they're schmoozing the next person. And that's why we always encourage, always read, listen, ask questions, attend RV classes, watch videos, do business with RV dealers that we have vetted, RV dealers that we know that you can trust. It's all a part of the process. Or you can believe, well, that good-looking floor manager just really likes you, like I did, till you run out of money. Why is it today that we collectively, I guess, in a broad general sense, we are listening for trigger words that set us off. We're looking for when somebody slips up, when they misspeak. And when they do, we love to cut them down, criticize them, call them out. Why is that? I guess I'm about as guilty as the next person. I, too, jump to conclusions that I later regret. But I know it. And I have a lot of regrets. I do. I want you to know that I do not have all the answers. I don't. When I was young, thought I had all the answers. Today, after heartaches and decades of reality, of being blessed in business and generally in pretty good health, but also losing a child that was way too young. When I look at the totality of my life, I'm an optimist and I'm a pessimist. I'm a believer and I'm a skeptic. I'm wrong way, way more than I want to be. But I'm honest, and sometimes to a fault. When I oftentimes, I'm a little bit blunt, probably too blunt, but again, I'm honest about it. I take the position behind this microphone seriously. I love RVing. Man, I love it. I love most people who do RV. I try to see the good in people, and I would hope that they would try to see just a little bit of good in me. All right, so while, yes, RV manufacturers can and should do a better job at building quality products, they can also do the consumer a favor, in my view, if they started weeding out some of their crappy dealers. That's right, weed out the bad ones. I know my words can be misunderstood, sometimes twisted, will not always make people feel good, but I do my best to be an honest man, not a perfect man, but to do my best to steer people in the right direction when it comes to RVing and the lifestyle that I love so very much. So I hope that we as RV consumers will become, as a group, collectively, individually, more responsible for the parts of RVing maintenance and ownership that are up to us. Because to blame 100% of every single RVer's misfortune on someone else, to lump all RV manufacturers in the same group as crooks, manufacturers of junk, is not being 100% honest. It's not responsible, and it's not true. As always, I welcome your thoughts and comments, even from those who have a differing point of view. Please feel free to post them here on social media. Better yet, call, leave a message on our 24-hour voicemail, 1-330-WINGMAN, 1-330-WINGMAN. We appreciate each and every single call, even the few we get from folks who disagree with me. Again, 1-330-WINGMAN.
I know that I'm biased, but you are so good and so fair, and you own your mistakes more than anyone I've ever known.
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. It wasn't all that way, I promise you. It wasn't always like that. All right. We got a lot more still to come. We got RV Lemon lawyer Ron Burge after the show. We've got Brian Purcell. And up next, we've got our friend David Crossett with RV Masters. This guy is super cool, very smart. He's going to teach you a lot. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Right back at you.